Hello, I am Fong Yuan. Our group have 8 members and I am the group leader. We have our project called Reality Survival Game. Due to pandemic of COVID-19, we are unable to perform any outdoor activity like adventure activity. So our group project could let the user to experience adventure throughout the game, which could also improve their knowledge in adventure. Our target audience will be the teenagers and the adventurer beginner.
Thank you, Julian and I'm Ming, and now I will be presenting of the point of view statement. The first question is, who is the user, audience, and persona? And the answer is professional adventurer and beginner adventurer who is willing to gain some knowledge regarding adventure. And the second question is, what is the deep unmet need? And the answer is they hope to learn more about the beauty of nature, and they also kind of wish that they could be braver by playing this adventurous game. And the last question is, what is the interest of learning or discovery? And the answer is, while making them feel relaxed and learn some knowledge from this game, they would be happier if they go on adventure with their friends. And we combine these three answers into one to become the point of view. Professional adventurer and beginner adventurer who is willing to gain some knowledge regarding adventure, they hope to learn more about the beauty of nature, and they also kind of wish that they could be braver by playing this adventurous game. While making them feel relaxed and learn some knowledge from this game app, they would be happier if they go on adventure with their friends. And now we are moving to the next part, which is how might we topic. And the first topic is how might we make the adventurous game more exciting and relaxing. And the second topic is how might we help the adventurer take some knowledge from our gaming app. And the third topic is how might we help the adventurer become braver through this game. And the last second topic is how might we show the beauty of nature to the adventurer. And the last topic is how might we let the adventurer play around with their friend in this adventurous game. And now we are moving to the next part, which is how might we potential solution. And the first potential solution is, in order to make the game exciting to play, we will provide some challenges for the player, and these challenges element will make the player stay tense while playing as that the main element of adventure. They will also have the guidance which will guide them throughout the game whenever they face difficulty in the game. The choice to seek for tips depend on the player, as some players prefer solving problems themselves rather than seeking for help. And the second potential solution is, throughout the game, players will be required to complete the challenges, mission given to them in order to win the game. While completing this mission, they will face certain problems, and these problems are what they will face in reality if they go for the real adventure. Therefore, through solving the problem themselves or using the guidance given, they will understand and learn the way to solve the problem. This knowledge will help them in the future when they go for a real adventure in person. And the third solution is, in the game, will include real-life animal, plants, environment, as close as possible to reality. Therefore, players will get to encounter a variety of flora and fauna in the journey of playing the game. And the last second potential solution is, all the challenges mission given will not be easy, as it requires them to make decisive action and also their brain to think of a solution to it. Each action decides what will happen next in the game. Therefore, the player need to be brave enough to take the risk sometime in order to complete the mission. And the last solution is, there will be an online mode for this game, which can be chosen to be either in public or private. In public, you will be randomly assigned to a server with people you have never met before. As in private, you will need to get the server code from the host if you want to join that particular server. Therefore, in order to play with friends, you can just click join friend in your friend list. If they are on a private server, you will either need them to invite you manually or to get the server code from them. Thank you. And now I will pass it to Liew.
Thank you, Romy. I'm Liew, and I'll be talking about the draft that we have for that shows a brief idea of our game app before the final outcome is out. So at first, we started with the interface. you can see the main menu interface, which shows a few buttons that will guide you to the page that you wanted to go. Okay, so then we move on with the page that after you press the play, then you will get to choose the difficulty, the map option, and then you get to the loading screen, and then you'll be in the game. In the game, it's just a draft, so we didn't put in much things in it yet. So it's just the control and the backpack there. And then after you press the backpack, you show your inventory, which can show the items you have in your bag and the things you are wearing. Let's say the clothes, the shoe, everything that are about you will be inside there. And there will also be a guidance that will guide you in the game, showing you how to make fire, how to make a pickaxe, and then is the better version of the game, which shows the map and the mission you have and the achievement you have. So after that, we move on to the option. In the option button, you get to choose your setting. You choose your preference control, and you can choose the resolution that suits your phone, so that you can get a clearer image and the performance in the game. And you can choose your own language. So maybe some they prefer Chinese, or maybe some they prefer Malay. So you can all choose here, and you can adjust your volume and also get help, because we got put the frequent asked question. So hope like it might help you answer some questions in your mind. And you can also contact us in the help there, so that if you have any problem troubleshooting, you can just let us know. Okay, so in the leaderboard, it's a more precise in the leaderboard, because we wanted to show more record about the player and make it more competitive among the players, so that they can compete against one another. So you will show your character, you will show your ranking, and you will show the time that you survived, and you also show a friend's ranking, their time that they survived, so you can kind of like compete with your friends. And the leaderboard will change according to difficulty. So maybe you are rank one, you are top one in difficulty level of easy, but you may be top 5 in the difficulty of hard. So it depends on your game. I mean your achievement, sort of. Okay, so moving on to the community. In the community button, you can go and check your friend list. You can see all your friends. So let's say you connect with Facebook, then you can see whoever friends in Facebook is playing this game. You can find them in your friend list, and there will be a chat box that keep your history of your chat with your friends, and also there will be a adventure information. So it will sort of like, maybe we have event, let's say Halloween event, then maybe you can find candy in the forest or what. So all these event information will be in the adventure information. So that's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Liew. Hi, I'm Shen. I will be presenting about how I create the prototype by using Figma. In the Figma, I use the frame, shapes, and text function to create the interface. Besides that, I also search for some pictures and icons from Google to make the interface look good. I create the prototype according to the draft from my group mates. Now I will show you how I create the prototype by using these functions. First, in each of the interface of our game apps, I have inserted nice background picture to let the interface look good, and some shape to be as the buttons, and put the text on top of the shape to let the user know what the button functions are. Beside that, I also insert some icon that I search from the Google to do it as a button too. After I have created all the interface that the game apps need, I use the transition function in the Figma to let the button that I have created in each of the interface to be functional. So when the user taps on the buttons, it will scroll to the next interface. So it will look like a real game apps. That's all I have done to the prototype by using Figma. Now I will pass it to Ray.
Thank you, Joshen. Joshen. Now let's have a look at the game interface. So at the game interface, as you can see here, we have the new game button, the load game button, the community button, the exit button. And there's also the setting at the bottom left corner, and also achievement and the leaderboard at the bottom right. All right. So for the new game button, which you can do is if you click on the new game button, it will bring on to the next interface over here as the new game button. All right. So after you press the new game button, it will lead the players to select different maps and also different difficulties according to the consumer's liking. All right. So there are few types of maps, such as the jungle map, the snow map, or even the desert map. So in our game, we will use a real life location, such as for the jungle map, we have the Amazon and the Borneo jungle or Sinharaja jungle. There we will base it on real life jungles, so make the experience more realistic. Now, as to the loading interface, as you can see, if you choose the jungle map, for example, if you choose the Amazon jungle map, then the loading interface will show a picture of the Amazon jungle. Then it will also provide you some tips just above the loading bar. So just a tips of how you will complete the game. Now onto the player interface. So the player interface, as you can see, there are many buttons and also 2 control joysticks in the player interface. Beside that, there are a few bars indicating your health. And your health is when you get like bitten by insects or get attacked by wild animals, then your health bar will decrease. And also the water bar is also your thirst bar. So if you undergo long periods of time without drinking fresh water, the water bar or thirst bar will decrease as you get thirstier. So and there's also the hunger bar. Hunger bar as the hunger. So if you have a long time of not eating in the game, then your hunger bar will start to decrease. Then your health will start to decrease. Then also there's the temperature to indicate your surrounding temperature. So if it gets too hot or too cold, you need to find a way to heat up yourself or cool yourself down, because too extreme temperatures are not good for the human body. So that's about it for the player interface. Now moving on to the inventory. Now inventory, the character will start with some items like a backpack, guidebook, and some clothes. So there will be 36 slots for the characters to store the items, and the clothes will get damaged due to adventuring in the jungle or the map, and some other reasons such as animal attacks or you fall and trip. So the player in the game, you have to find substitute to substitute the clothes that has been broken or damaged. So after you've done some achievements, for example, you finish crafting your first item, or you finally get through the first day, then there's a pop-up and to say that you have completed said achievement, and it will be saved in your game. Then also you can later on go back to the achievements interface in the bottom right corner of the main interface, and you can see it, and to check whether some achievement that have not been completed. So for the next one, the escape. So players need to survive in the map and find an escape point to leave the map to complete the game. So in addition of finding the escape point, the game will also be timed. So players with the shortest time to complete the map will be displayed on our leaderboard. So that's it for my point, and I'll be passing on to Nixon.
Thank you, Ryan. Hi, I am Chia, and I'll be taking over the part of option, leaderboard, and community. Firstly, the option is a simple function to set the adventure gamification settings like resolution, brightness, and so on. Basically, it's just a tool to set the player's needs. Next, our leaderboard function is to see the achievements of your buddies that also play the gamification app. For instance, you can, after you have completed a map, you can get its achievements and you can share it with your friends. Lastly, the community function. It is to let the players gather in this community to share their experiences and knowledges with each other. And yeah, that will be all. Next, I'll pass it on to my buddy Hong Lai Chin.
Now we will do a test and demonstration on the flow of our application. Once we open the application, we will be at the main menu. From the main menu, we can press new game, and once we do that, we will go to the next interface. And in the next interface, we can select the difficulty and the map of the game. After we have done that, we will be shown a loading screen. Once we have successfully loaded, we will be in the game and begin our adventure. In the game interface itself, we can access our inventory with the button that has a back icon. Then, once we are in the inventory interface, we can press the signboard icon to view the event guidance on how to complete the adventure. On the top right corner, we can press the badge icon to view our achievements. After we have gone through all the challenges and managed to proceed to the end of the stage, there will be an escape button, and we press the escape button to escape. So that was the flow from the main menu all the way to completing the game. Going back to the main menu, the load button will allow us to continue from our last save game. At the main menu, we can also press the gear icon to enter the setting interface. In the options menu, we can choose between changing the resolution, volume, language, control, and we can also ask for help and link our account. So pressing the language button, we have these options to choose from. And to go back to the option menu, we simply have to click the arrow at the top right corner. Then, pressing the resolution button will have these options. The volume button will have these options. The control button will have these options. And lastly, the help button will connect us to support if we need help. If you go back to the main menu by pressing the back arrow, the community button at the main menu will navigate us to our community interface. And here we can press friend list to go to the list of friends and chat box to chat with our friends. Pressing the adventurer info will show us news about other adventurers. Similarly, we can navigate between friend list, chat box, and adventure info with the buttons on top. Lastly, from the main menu, if we press the trophy icon at the bottom right, we can see the leaderboards which show the top players among our friends and globally. Now I'll pass to Jing to continue with user feedback.
We had designed a prototype based on the problem stated by the interviewee before. Now I will explain about the feedback given by the interviewee after they test out the prototype. The first interviewee told us that the community part need to be in landscape view mode for a better view. So the user do not need to rotate their phone to view it vertically. Besides, he hoped that the main page title could be designed into a more clear word. Next, the second interviewee said that he need more tips and advice in the game application and need a better UI design for a better experience. While the third interviewee said that everything is good to him and he did not have any comment with our prototype. He is satisfied with our prototype. That's all from our presentation. Thank you.